Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh man, I got a good one for you today. I like the instrumental. Okay, I got a couple of things I want to talk about, but before I do that, please like, subscribe. That's for free. Please help me get to 5,000 subscribers. And those of you who have subscribed, thank you. And if you want to jump off the bridge, you can Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Big Girl Diary. Everything helps. Everything. I'm trying to get new stuff. I just got an what do you call it? An iPad. So those of you who have assisted me, thank you so much. Many blessings. Thank you. Prince Charles, King Charles, King Charles. Okay, there is so much going on over there across the pond. This is happening. I'm struggle streaming already. This is outrageous. I'm struggle streaming. Okay, this says where it says excellent. Okay. All right, that seems fine. All right. Okay. King Charles. He's not doing well. He isn't. And what he is doing is, wait, I got a message already. Okay, yeah, I will. Yes. Yes, Lexi. One of my members. All right. Okay, King Charles. Okay. He's not doing well, as I just said. And he's making his funeral arrangements. And within this, you got a lot of fighting back. I mean, okay. Okay, where do I be? Kate is doing better. Thanks for that. I'm glad she's doing better, but I feel a little uneasy about that because I don't know whether if she was really sick to begin with. And the reason why I say that, you might say, hey, Big Girl Diary, that's not right. You don't be talking about people that's sick. Well, there are times that people put things out there in the ether, and keep in mind, they invited us into their mess. We didn't ask to get into it. They were putting stuff out there. Oh, okay, Lexi. Be safe, okay? Yeah. Yes, Lexi, I will be careful. Yes, I will, because I said something and one of the derangers didn't like it and had my channel demonetized. So I'm trying to get it back on. Okay, thanks, Lexi. Well, okay, wait a minute. Okay, you have all this going on over there, all this infighting. I mean, okay, when they came out and said that Princess Diana did not mind Queen Camilla before she was the royal side piece, some people don't like that, but that's what she was. She was a side piece. That was who he went to. He wanted to be with her, but he couldn't marry her because Queen Elizabeth said no. No. She been married. She has children. That is not going to happen. And that's how it should be. And you can't fault Queen Elizabeth saying no, because when she was married, her husband died, then she got remarried, and then that was it. You didn't have all that wild stuff going on what King Charles did. I mean, he brought scandal to the okay. They all brought something or their brand of, Okay, to the kingdom. They all did. I think Prince Andrew was the worst, but okay. However, he's not in line to be king. Charles was, and he was running around like he had no duties to the firm. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah, mom, I hear that, but okay, I'll marry Diana, but I'm still gonna have her. But when they came out and said through, I think it was Daily Mail, said that Princess Diana did not mind Camilla being in a relationship. Okay, let me ask you. Be honest. What married woman has no problem with her husband being with another woman and that's fine with her? Please help me out here. Please let me know who. Who's going to sign up for that? Who's going to sign? Not a soul. And just the fact they're putting all this crazy propaganda out is the reason why I say that their kingdom is falling. King Charles isn't doing well. Queen Camilla is trying to grab power any way she can, and she's ruffling feathers way more than she normally did back then. And her side eyeing Princess Charlotte, oh man. And people are putting all that on Meghan. Oh, no. You better look at Queen Camilla. You better look at her as, shall I say, the evil queen stepmother and step grandmother. Yeah, her. Her. And now a lot of stuff is starting to come out. And it's easy to beat up on Duchess Meghan. Very easy. Because one, she's not from England, so she's a complete outsider, which it's okay. They might want to find somebody else from someplace else. I mean, who knows? You might be marrying your cousin. That might be third generation. I don't know. But I would say you need to find somebody from across the pond, very far away. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah, it does sound strange. Yeah. Lexi, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. And it does sound strange. It really does. But Queen Camilla, like I said, is trying to grab power. And King Charles might be thinking it took him 30 years to get to this point, but hey, it happens. 30, 34, almost. Okay, whatever. A long time to get to this point. But Queen Camilla is acting of desperation. Now, keep in mind, left property for Prince Harry. And King Charles didn't honor it. Now, I don't know what it is with King Charles and Prince Harry. Maybe it might be, something, Pops. I think you had something to do with my mom and her not being here anymore because she did say that you weren't fit to be king dad. She did say that. She did. I saw all the footage. I got it. And plus, you didn't protect her the way you were supposed to because you were too busy over there being dad and stepdad when you didn't even care about Prince William when he fell and went to the hospital. You were too busy going on over there with Queen Camilla at the time. Now, okay, when that, how can I say, Mex tape came out and made public, my thought was this: who taped it? Who taped that conversation? I could only think Camilla did. I mean, she had to cash in one way or the other. In my humble belief. Now, one thing I know is that when you have a side chick, a side piece, the second in command, whatever you want to call it, okay, and they want to be number one, especially to be queen, oh my god, they're gonna pull out all the stops. Now you may say, "Hey, big girl diary, that isn't cool. You shouldn't say things like that." Well, wait a minute. They shouldn't do things like that. Then I wouldn't say things like that. I'm just putting that out there for the derangers before you try to have. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. But she had her grandchildren in the coronation. She had them have places within the kingdom when they shouldn't have had that. No, they are not royals. They don't have any jobs within the firm. And why? I mean, it's that, and then you have Rose Hanbury. She, look, you can say what you want, and you do. Prince William is in his dairy. Now, not much has been said about what's going on with them, but there is something going on with them. Keep in mind who she is. That was the Marquise's wife. The Marquise is like what, 6, 7, 8 years younger than King Charles, and he's marrying this woman that's 30 years his senior. Oh my goodness. Look. When you marry somebody that young and you are in two different generations, remember you led the Marquise led with his wallet, she led with her beauty, and they both got something out of it. He got a pretty thing on his arm, and she got a guy with a title and money and living in a big, gigantic cottage. Now, when I think of a cottage, I think of something that has 2 or 3 rooms, not 20. That's not a cottage. That is a mansion. That's over here how we look at things. A cottage to you is huge. A cottage to us is something small in the woods, and everything may be in one room. Okay, you may section it off. Okay, but however, you got to look out for that. Oh! Before I forget, I got to mention this. I have to mention this. Is Prince William trying to look like Jason Statham? I mean, okay. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Tell me, is Prince William trying to look like Jason Statham? Do you see that there, or is it just me? I know it isn't me. I mean, I'm getting the feeling that he's like, okay, I'm going to embrace what I have going on here. Okay, I'm losing my hair, and okay, let me find a way to make myself look rugged and good, and I got to do something a little extra. That's fine. Um, Jason Statham is in a class all by himself. He is one of those real good looking guys who could pull off not having any hair, having very little. He pulls it off well. He's a sexy looking guy. Now, um, Prince William, I think you can pull it off, but you're gonna have to pull some martial arts, do what he does. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure you can find out. Just a thought. But back to what I was talking about. Now, Queen Camilla didn't just start with Prince Charles. Mm-mm. Nope. There is a dislike between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla that goes back 40, 50 years ago. Queen Camilla damaged some homes. Okay, I mentioned this before. She, how can I say, has a record of breaking up homes. Princess Anne lost her first husband due to Camilla. Camilla broke up her marriage and then gets with her brother. I mean, oh man, how does that even happen? How do you do that? Queen Camilla, how do you do that? And then you expect your sister-in-law, the woman whose husband you took, and then discarded after a certain period of time, and then married somebody else and had children with. And then you expect her to curtsy you? Oh my. And now it's at the point to where Princess Kate will not curtsy you. I mean, you're doing some foul stuff. But talking about foul stuff, I want to know, when you were supposedly, and I don't know, I can't confirm this, so I'm going to say allegedly taped the conversation between you and Prince Charles at the time. I got one question, just one. What would make a man say, I want to be your tampon? What would make a man say that? A woman would have to do something very, how can I say, for the lack of a better word, oh, non behind closed doors to get him to say something like that, to get him to openly have his wife know, and have you, his side piece, around his wife walking around town, and you are visible and you are there and you have no problems with it. You got to do some unbelievable things. Now, after all that time, I think the spell is wearing off. I think it's wearing off. It took a long time. Okay, I'm just trying to get as much in as possible because a lot has happened. Now, I have to mention Prince Harry, and Duchess Meghan, because I would be remiss if I didn't mention them. What I find interesting is that whenever Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan does something, all of a sudden the focus is on them and jumping on them. Now, recently, Prince Harry came out with his polo something. And when he unveiled it, it was like, oh, how dare you? How dare you unveil that? Because, Princess Kate is now doing better. She's cancer free. And you bring your uh um bring out your sports polo at this time. How dare you? Well, let me help you out with something. That was in the plans for at least about a year or two when they were rolling things out. Now, it just so happened that Princess Kate decided to let everybody know that she was doing well, which I have to say, I have a lot of questions, a whole lot of questions that I know that I would never meet her, nor will she ever answer my questions. But I have a lot of them. Okay, I do. Many things just doesn't make sense. Just the terminologies of things that were going on and having preemptive chemotherapy, which in my opinion is not even a real diagnosis. And how do you preempt cancer? Well, I would tell you, we all have cancer cells. It's what you do to enact them to get the white blood cells going and not stopping. You got to do something. So I'm going to leave it right there because that's as much as I know, and I'm not going to pretend I know any something that I clear. You would eat me alive if I would sit here and just straight lie. So I'm not going to do that. But I do have a lot of questions. I do. Let me see. Lexi says, okay, look on my face, some guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I gotta say that was gross. Who would want to be a tampon? Like like I said, she had to do some unconventional things behind closed doors. And one thing I know about some women is some women will do anything to not only be elevated economically but socially. Now imagine what women would do to become queen. Mm, a lot. All right. Now let's see. There's something else I want to bring out. Now I'm going to leave the royals alone, and I'm going to talk about this is how can I say a social thing? Let me see. In the United States, the US. Now the US we have our own problems. Oh, we got our own problems. But this problem is quite unconventional. Now let me show you these three individuals. These three individuals here. Okay. These wonderful human beings decided, oh, let me make sure I get this right. They were caught. Um, they were caught in LA and they were arrested for burglary. For burglary. And what now let me see, obituaries, and they were looking at real estate. Obituaries, looking at real estate, and they just happened to come across people. And they came looking at, okay, this person passed. Okay, here's the information. Okay, so we know when it's going to be. This is the person. They look to be a little rich. Okay, they're rich. Okay, fine. They got some money. So when they go, we're going to go and just take their stuff. Oh, this happened in LA. Let me make sure I get this right. That happened in LA. It's called A New Threat Facing Homeowners Whose Properties Are Featured Online. All right. So burglars on the lurk around neighborhoods and scammed obituaries to determine whom to target. Now, the free service easily allows online they can plan potential robberies from their computers and phones. But now this happened in California. Riverside Police Department has seen a number of criminals using these online means after they're arrested for prospective burglaries and after completing one successfully. So they caught them in so much in the act, but I want to find out because I know it's in California, and I know one was Michigan, but I'm trying to find the other one, the other state they're doing this in, and I find it completely outrageous. I can't find it right now. I know because I'm moving entirely too fast. So they've done that. Now burglary is high tech. Well, I think maybe to some part it's high tech, but this is interesting is how you use obituaries and go online and look at listings. It what does one do? What does one do? What does one do? But now, moving them aside, Taylor Swift. Okay, Taylor, look, you flip flopped. You said that you were a Trump supporter. You caught backlash. Then you backed Kamala Harris. You got backlash. Now, Britney Spears in her song, I can't remember what it was, but she said there are two types of people in the world, ones who entertain and ones who observe. I would say, Taylor, just entertain because you are being slobber knockered in the media. And you lost what 100 million, 125 million in endorsements. Just stop. And plus, most of your songs are heartbreak and breakup songs and all that. Just stop. Just stop. Taylor, just stop. Do not do politics because right now, back in what was the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, you had Rock the Vote, you had P. Diddy and all these rappers out there trying to get people out to vote, and they were doing all sorts of things. And this is a Democratic Party doing this. So there must have been a hemorrhage back at that time to bring rappers in and entertainers and musicians or whatever, but bringing people in to get people to vote for them. And Kamala Harris going as far as using Meg Thee Stallion, and she's twerk. Oh my God, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. And who was it? Offset talking about how he was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and Georgia made him the man that he is, and he is having extramarital affairs on his wife. And that, I mean, you could go for days on just that alone. But back to Taylor. Taylor, don't, because you're going to lose fans. Don't. Now, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. I really don't know her music catalog. Just Shake It Off and seeing Prince William dancing to Shake It Off. Oh man, you're not suave like your brother. You're just not. One is suave and one is not. It's just that you're not. And man, look, seeing him salsa and dance, seeing Prince Harry salsa. I mean, he got some moves. It just didn't fall on you. Now, Princess Diana and your dad can dance. It just didn't hit you. It just hit your brother. It skipped over you. It happens in every family. It does. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, this is too much. But Taylor, just say no. If Kamala Harris knocks, just say no. I'm going on tour. Just say no. But having said all that, I mean, I'm just like, looking at the Royals and they're falling apart. Now, I'm just sitting there thinking, King Charles, he doesn't have much time left. And he's looking at his son, Prince William. Okay, we all know that right there is a train wreck happening because we see it in real time. I mean, the way he handled his wife's illness made it to where many people don't believe that she was ill just by all the lies, disinformation. I mean, when has that been a top secret information to where someone has cancer and then you come up with this whole orchestra, this whole operation, throw the world off of what's really going on? There are millions of, matter of fact, a woman lives in my building. She has 2 types of cancers. And one thing that's not going on is an international scandal. Okay? That's not happening. I have cancer, bone cancer, and I'm fighting it. Then bone cancer and lung. I can't quite. She had two cancers, but she's beating it. I look, you okay. This is what I think. You have been in a bubble all your life, and all what you do is scheduled. You don't go out and casually meet people. You don't. You don't at all. So I could only imagine that you don't know how to socialize with people well. I don't know. I truly don't know to come up with all that wild stuff. And then the people that work for you in Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace, whatever palace it is, you look, you, in my humble opinion, the crazy stuff that was coming out, I, I don't know how much of it was you, and I don't know how much it was from the people that work for you, speaking for you to bring all that wildness out. Now, if this is what you do as prince, I could only imagine what you're going to do as king. Because right now you are Prince Petty, Petty Prince, the way you go after your brother and his wife. Okay, fine. You don't like your sister-in-law, Duchess Megan, but you got to give her credit for her grind. She came in with money. She started off broke and she made her way. Nothing was given to her. She didn't inherit anything, but everything what she got was from her grind. Going to school, making her way through school, becoming an actress, making money. And you can sit there and say, "Oh, well, she went after Prince Harry." Well, so did Princess Kate. She went really far as, and this right here came out from Kensington Palace, throwing her under the bus again. I guess maybe her and her husband were fighting and he got mad and put that information out about her. But she and her mother, well, she went to the same school and she put herself consistently in his face and doing what she needed to do to get his attention. And she got it. And he even put out there that he got mad at her and didn't want to see her. And she comes back with a nurse outfit and then he took her back. So I'm just saying. Um, Duchess Megan didn't do all that. She just was there, met him at a party, had conversations, and then went to Botswana. And that's when he knew they were doing charity work. So you can sit there and say what you want, and you do. However, this is a consistent theme whenever the Sussexes do something, it's followed by a lot of hate from across the pond. It just is. Now, if that is what you want for a king, have at it. I just don't see things lasting long with the whole world deteriorating into World War III. I mean, you want that foolishness? I don't know, but I digressed greatly. So please like, subscribe, and put something in the comments. And if you say that I'm lying, instead of calling me a liar, tell me what I lied about. And please elaborate a little. I'm not talking about writing 50 paragraphs. No, but just tell me what I lied about, and then I'll answer you, and then we can have a conversation, or we can whatever. But on that note, I want to thank you. Oh, wait a minute. But having said all that, I do want to thank you for stopping by.